I was almost not here
Breaks
today.
the heart.
I was almost hauled off for murder because there was someone curling in the squat rack. Yeah.
I've
Sorry
seen that
about that.
before, yeah.
That bothers me more than late-term abortion. It's so, and it's not the severity of it. It's just.
I'm sorry, what?
It's not the severity. It's the commonality of it.
Really?
Where you just walk up this guy. It's like it's the only squat rack, and the signal is, "Hey, are you squatting in the squat rack?" No, I'm curling. Like, oh, how long? That's the sign to get your shrunken, shriveled, emaciated ass out of the squat rack.
Sometimes I quarrel in the squat rack.
I don't think you
I don't
understand
even know
what this rack is
exercise
for,
terms.
sir.
Oh my!
My doctor just looks at his watch and goes, "It'll be soon, Dave." I don't even know exercise terms.
It'll be soon.
So Governor DeSantis, I'm really liking this guy.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's actually going to be on the ticket nationally because he
Dude's a
seems to
Chad.
actually want to do his job as governor.
Dang it.
But let's go through the top examples as to why I'm a big fan of DeSantis. First off, they did everything right with COVID
Yeah.
compared to New York.
Absolutely.
Didn't lie about it. Didn't lock down. And they're doing okay. And it's amazing how many senior citizens they have. It's just a sea of white hair and then the sea.
I thought Florida was going to be decimated.
Just because of the demographics.
Old people, yeah. I just thought old people, it's going to go through there like wildfire.
That's what I thought too. But imagine if all other conservatives had the balls to talk to the media like this.
Governor, what has gone wrong with the rollout of the vaccine that we've seen phone lines jammed, websites crashing?
There's a lot of demand.
And
I mean, I think
also,
at the end of the day, excuse me.
If I could finish my
You
question.
just said what has gone wrong, so I'm answering the question.
If I could complete the question, though.
So you're going to give a speech or are you going to ask a question?
With all due respect, Governor,
You
I'm
asked the
trying-
question, I'm going to answer it.
I'm trying to finish my
You're not,
question.
No, you're giving a speech. You asked the question.
I am trying to ask you the...
You're going to
the
ask
le-
how many questions? You get 3? They only got 1 question. Why do you get 3?
He's my hand.
I love to every time he answers, he wins.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
every time.
Best.
Yeah.
Every single time.
People would say, oh, that's rude of him. No, it's not. She was trying to make a point by asking the question in a certain way to make him look bad.
Oh, my
and
God.
he
He
cut her
is
off
rude
before
all
she
the
could.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants a gotcha moment. They don't want to ask
Exactly.
a question. They want to become a star by
Right.
putting this guy in his place.
It's like when you have
Doesn't work.
people at church and they're praying, but they're not praying. They're still
Right.
sermonizing. Like, and Lord, we thank you that Gerald learned to put the monitoring software on his computer that provides an accountability partner.
wait, what?
Thank you so much that he has been clear of his desire to tithe 10%. Right? You're like, that's not a prayer.
I think you're calling me out.
Calling me out.
What? Thought this was a safe place.
Please clear my browsing history.
Honey, I have no
I
issues
am
with that
to
at
die.
all. 0.
I'm seeing stars again.
Again?
Yeah, well, because I'm laughing. I'm
Oh, you
inhaling.
gotta watch out. I don't wanna pass
Breathe
out.
more.
We need to fire Dave Landau.
Why?
Because I see stars when I don't want to laugh anymore. DeSantis.
Have you considered a Bill Engvall show? It'll cure you right up.
I love he handles criticism way better than a lot of Republicans need to be unapologetic. That's what I do appreciate about DeSantis. Here he is, where they were trying again the media to attack him in a partisan way regarding his handling of the vaccine rollouts to different municipalities. It's just like you said, he always wins.
But look, I mean, if Manatee County doesn't like us doing this, then we are totally fine with putting this in counties that want it. And we're totally happy to do that. So anyone that's saying that, let us know. If you want us to send to Sarasota next time, or Charlotte, or Pasco, or wherever, let us know. We're happy to do it. But I think most people, if we have an opportunity to bring vaccines and do it efficiently, I think that they're going to want it.
I love how he gives them like A or B.
Yeah.
It's like with a kid, like, well, you know what, Timmy, I can give if you don't eat your dinner, I can give your dessert to your brother and your sister and your other brother and not feed you for days on end and lock you in a closet, but I think you probably want to finish your vegetables. Yes, you read my mind.
I completely zoned out after he said Manatee County.
I did
'cause
too,
just
yeah.
pictured
thinking about
sea
manatees.
cows lining up to get a vaccine,
That's about right, I think.
wearing old lady wigs like those people did in Florida. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a sea cow, I'm an old lady.
It's just two manatees on each other's shoulder in a trench coat. Going right up.
Hi, hello, sir. What's your name?
No, well, you know what?
That's
Obesity is a problem.
It is.
Especially
Epidemic.
in the Seacoast community.
If you're named Manatee.
But they're getting paid $23 an hour. So listen,
Well,
they do
that's
okay.
very helpful.
That's good.
Yes.
They are an endangered species. So after Twitter permanently banned Trump, which, by the way, is still crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
Maduro's still on there. You have Hamas representatives still on there.
Totally
President
fine.
of
Ayatollah
Iran.
Khomeini. Yeah.
It's a
Trump's
shame
gone.
you can't get buried in Arlington. Seems like a specific law.
Oh my gosh! So after Trump gets banned from Twitter, DeSantis he introduced this legislation to limit, and this is landmark. If you don't know what it is, but he introduced this legislation to limit the power of big tech within his parameters as it relates to the state of Florida. Here he is explaining it.
If a technology company deplatforms a candidate for elected office in Florida during an election, a company will face a daily fine of $100,000 until the candidate's access to the platform is restored. If I were to give something of value to a candidate or political committee, it would be a contribution. But big tech has been manipulating news content and designing algorithms to give the upper hand to their candidates of choice, and they do so scot-free. Again, euphemistically called content moderation. I think it's more political manipulation. The message is loud and clear. When it comes to elections in Florida, big tech should stay out of it.
Why would it be so hard for Republicans on a national level to do this? That's
Yeah,
what
I know.
bothers me when you think about it. And I can explain this now because it turns out I can't do this legally.
Oh.
I checked with my lawyer. But I don't live in Florida. What I wanted to do was run for some local office in Florida that was won by like 8 votes, like constable or dog catcher, and then sue Facebook for $100,000 a
President.
day. And I also think Donald Trump should run in some county for like city council that he won by 92% and just get it and then just tweet, "I'm back."
Can't stop, won't stop.
I'm just telling you, if anyone else, if I were able to do it, I would just run a national campaign.
Yeah.
Like, you've had a problem, Manatee County. There's been no accountability for your dog catchers. Well, that ends today. And I'd spend it on billboards. I'd run on social. I'd run them even outside of Florida, just so that there
Everywhere.
would be no chance of an opponent getting the upper hand. Unfortunately, election laws say that unless I'm Hillary Clinton and I have a timeshare
Dang
for
it.
2 weeks, I actually have to live in Florida.
How fun would it be, though, to make commercials for that against the
would
other
be
guy?
so great.
Oh, man.
I hear he kills the dogs once they get in the car.
Yeah. Tell us about your freezer, candidate X.
There are so many Republican governors out there that could just do this.
Yeah.
This is all you have to do is just a nod to big tech to say, we're watching, we understand what you're doing, and you have to stop.
And you know what? This is an example of something that I think they would just eat the bill if it were Donald Trump $100,000 a day. But they're not going to do it with every single local city council representative.
Not at
That's
all.
something that's go, all right, let's leave them on. Because think about it for a second. You should not be able to censor someone running for office who represents almost half of the constituency.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how many Republican governors are there right now? I think it's well over half. I can't remember the exact number, but if every one of them did that right now, big tech would have to change what they do. They would have to. They'd be forced to.
Let's just have another hearing. Okay. He also introduced a bill, DeSantis, by the way, on election security. So he introduced the big tech bill.
Oh, no.
Kind of some issues near and dear to my compromised heart.
Just the outflow.
Here's seeing stars. Here's the election security bill. No mass mail-in voting, no ballot harvesting, signature verification, meaningful observation of signature matching, no grants from third-party organizations, real-time reporting of voter turnout at the precinct level, and election supervisors must report the number of ballots requested, how many have been received, and how many are left to be counted. It's almost like, without pointing it out, this is made to address some bullshit that went on in the last election. It's almost like it covers all of the bases.
This is all very reasonable, by the way.
Yeah.
If you promoted
signature?
this, 10 years ago, if you'd have said, "Hey, these are the rules," like, well, fine, go ahead. Nobody's going to oppose that. Go for it.
It's remarkable. My wife cannot call into my bank to raise my credit card limit, and I don't even use. It's just so that way it's better for your credit score. Apparently, My wife can't do it, even though I've authorized her 15 times. But someone can fill out my down ticket ballot without even my John Hancock, so that Uncle Sam is a little wise to what's going on. It's remarkable to me.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
She started doing it once she heard about your heart.
Gotta think ahead.
That's true.
Did you sign here?
Nice. Yeah.
Here's another one, by the way. Just DeSantis. I really wish this guy would run.
I think he will.
Man.
I do.
really
He
will.
needs
Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. There's so much time between now and when that's going to happen. He doesn't need to say a word about it now.
Right.
Just keep doing what he's doing.
Do you think he's playing it coy? Like, no, I don't know.
No.
I think every politician not every. There's so many politicians who say I would never do that. I am too busy doing the job for the people that I'm sorry. You want me to be president? Yes,
Right.
I would run for president. In fact,
Now that you talk about it, I mean,
Could you imagine this guy debate? Well, I mean, he wouldn't be debating Biden. He'd probably be debating Harris. But let's just say in a world,
Yeah.
could you imagine him?
what do you get to sub in people?
Come
What
on,
is this, phone a
listen,
friend?
listen, stop. Actuary tables. So,
Let's be honest.
could you imagine him debating, though, Joe Biden? It would be like all the things you like about Donald Trump minus the lack of discipline.
Right.
He won't get distracted.
Yeah.
He'll be able,
Yeah.
like when Biden says the N-word, he'll be like, wait, what? Did you just,
Did it-
huh? Did you just say the N-word? Like he would call him out.
Did you just fart on stage?
No.
Come on, man.
Ahoy! So I would just love to see this guy. Who
great.
would you like to see most? It's too early, and I'm not in the business of endorsing candidates. Funny enough, the person I probably agree with most in politics is Rand Paul. I have no interest in seeing him run for president.
Yeah.
Which is the next clip that we have? Is it the final clip?
Yes.
Okay, but first, before that, he also said that Florida, by the way, they wouldn't mandate COVID vaccines. Which,
Right,
again,
yeah.
I'm not against, or masks. I'm not against vaccines. I'm against triple masking just because it doesn't. I just don't. Just you know what? Because screw you. That's why. Because that's all.
that's all you know.
Okay, I don't want to. Anyone
Yeah,
who says it doesn't.
I'm against suffocation.
Yes, exactly.
That's sort of where I lie.
I would just let's just see how many people would, if we tell them that 100% effective in reducing transmission is just a plastic bag with a zip tie.
It would be 100%. It
would be
I mean,
100%.
really would be
Yeah.
100%. You're not
Wipe it
lying.
off.
And but the person who's gonna, if you need said mask, pick it up from Dave's doctor. But I've offered to pay for the vaccine for anyone in this. No one wants it.
No.
No.
Wait, let me go to the control room. Control room, by the way, can you, if you let them know that I'll pay for anyone in this office who wants a COVID vaccine?
Yeah.
Anyone who wants one, okay? I don't want one.
My doctor offered me the Hank Aaron.
I'll take a different one, please. No.
No,
want that
this
one, no,
is
thank you.
yours, Dave.
All right, final clip.
I like that.
And we have to get going pretty soon here
Smart.
to Mug Club. We're going to be playing Photoshopped or Not and taking your chat. LiveWithCrowder.com/Mug Club. But the final clip here is like President Donald Trump. DeSantis is not a fan of fake news, and he's not afraid to call it out.
The media is worried about that, obviously. You guys really love that. You don't care as much if it's a, quote, peaceful protest, and then it's fine. You don't care as much if they're celebrating a Biden election. You only care about if it's people that you don't like. So I'm a Bucks fan. I'm damn proud of what they did on Sunday night. And so in terms of the UK variant, here's what we know. We know, based on all the evidence, that these vaccines are going to be effective against that.
By the way, I love it when there's a press conference and there are people also cheering him.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
goes to show you how different it is when someone actually speaks
Yeah.
the mind of what the opinion that half of all America have.
Yeah, and he's a little bit more articulate too, right? He
Donald
doesn't
Trump?
fumble around with for
A
his
little
words.
bit more articulate?
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice, okay?
Being nice.
I'm just saying.
Donald Trump, if he said, and I, by the way, obviously I like Donald Trump, but
Yeah.
Donald Trump, if he were saying that, he would say, look, listen, the news likes that, okay, but really what we know about the UK variant, okay, because everyone's talking about the UK variant, that's what they're saying, the UK variant, the UK, the variant from the United Kingdom. Some people say Britain, it's not just Britain, it's the UK. They have a variant, they have a South African variant, there's a variant, folks, from Brazil, but we're not talking about that right now. And what do we know, okay? What do we know about the UK variant? Listen, no, excuse me, I'm talking. Stop. The UK variant, the vaccines are fantastic for the UK variant, is what we know. They are so good. And not the UK variant is not so fantastic. But the vaccine is fantastic. And I'm really happy because we were so worried about the United Kingdom variant. You're like, okay.
Like, all right.
I give. I'm sorry. I'll never ask another question again, sir.
But it's like Donald Trump with the media, though. I think that's part of it. He's just
Yeah.
constantly running out the clock.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really
Oh, I meant to get to your question. So sorry. Sorry, Tapper.
That's what I like about DeSantis, though. He just shuts him down.
Yeah.
Just doesn't give a
Immediately.
rat's
Very
ass.
fast.
Yeah.
And he's
Sounds
like,
good.
next person to be hurt by me.
Yeah, like a 90s
Next
bully.
victim.
Now who's next?
Yeah, exactly.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.